Can you guys hear me? Am I live? Good morning and happy Sunday. You're watching ReligionWinked TV and my spiritual ears stay. Hey guys, good morning. I am on Streamlabs again on my cell phone, and again, I don't know how to change the title. So let me see if I can say good morning or shalom, because that means peace. If nothing else. Did it go through? Oh, there it go. Okay. So basically, I will get to my desktop where I can change the title. But if this is your first time here, today we're going to talk about if you've been doxxed or if your children has been doxxed. Should you stop doing YouTube? And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. I'm going to explain it to you. I heard a story this morning. So if it's your first time here, please subscribe. If you're returning, please subscribe. If you forgot to subscribe the first time you were here. And you guys, you know my spiritual ears stay. Always, right? So basically, I got up this morning. And I was watching Sotomeyer, and Tommy is over there talking about people are doing disgusting things to his daughter. And I believe she's roughly around 9 or 10 now, 10 or 11. I did a video on him and Tasha K beefing over Tasha's little sister on IG. He wanted to date her, something to that effect. But you guys can go back and watch that video, Tasha K and Tommy Sotomeyer, to hear my opinion about both of them and how I feel about what went down then. And now, mentioning Tasha K, you know, her and Armand Wiggins is at it again as well, right? I guess there's some things going down, I believe, allegedly, there's some things going down on Twitter. I happened to click on Armand's video. First, I seen a post of Tasha K saying #1 troll 101 or something like that over on Twitter. But it was on YouTube that she posted it, I believe, on her community page. And then I seen Armand, and he was talking how he kind of apologized. He has a post out as well. And he said she was being shady about it and basically didn't take his apology. And I told you like a couple of weeks ago, or less than that, when he called alleged black women alleged monkeys, Tasha K went in on him. And they had a long history. It's been about a year now since that whole Star Marie, Mona Simone, Tasha K, Armand Wiggins thing went down. And I say Armand Wiggins because around that same time, Tasha was becoming his mentor. And I did a video on that as well. 17 things they had in common. And probably still do. But not to get off track, they are beefing as well. He was basically saying F her. And I you know, the way people talk to people is ridiculous. But the way gay men are talking to black women is getting out of hand. If you guys want to fight or have something to war about, you need to start warring for your respect. You need to start demanding these people to treat you more of a queen, like that Bible I be trying to, break down for you every morning during the morning read, which I'm 19 episodes behind by choice, and I'll explain that to you in a minute. But you guys need to start demanding your respect. Like, I understand sometimes we make bad choices and things happen, but a lot of you guys are setting yourself up to be abused, to be humiliated, to be mistreated by these species in the world that's not content with the way God created them. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So anyway, Tasha K, Armand Wiggins, they're at it again. Tasha K, Tommy Sotomeyer had beef in the past about her younger sister, and Tommy trying to push up on the young lady, who's an adult. nothing pedophilia. She's an adult, but I don't know who's over on Tommy Sotomayer's side. He's live right now as we speak. But I don't know who's over there disrespecting his daughter, doing degrading things, nasty, wicked, evil things to his young daughter. And he said people basically, where is that quote at? And it's not really a quote, but Tommy's over there saying that people are trying to terrorize him to stop doing what he enjoys and what he works so hard for here on YouTube or on social media, period. People will, I always say, if the devil can't get to you, if the wickedness of the world can't break you, they'll go to the next in line. And generally, it's the people you love. It's the people you truly, truly love. And like I said, I had an instance the other day where somebody I have mutual admiration for here on YouTube went over on Facebook, which my daughter channel over there, I said she crazy, she batshit crazy on Facebook, but her channel is lit. Go support Rayona Grant. She's a single mom right now. Her children's father is coming home from prison after doing a long stint of 7 years. See, a lot of people on YouTube have entertaining lives except for the people that's doing the doxing. I sit back and watch the people doing the doxing, and the stuff they're pulling up on people is more exciting than them. I don't get this, people. You guys have very interesting lives, and I know that we do as well. So I want you to go support this single mom. She's 26. She's younger than all of you on YouTube. She's not over here trying to compete with you. She's not looking for numbers, clout. She ain't asked none of y'all for nothing. Only the other day when I got $50 for my birthday, shout out to I'm Just Saying. Shout out to Sweet Home Alamanda. And Nene Naturally. God bless you, girl. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you and I miss you. I received $50 between the three of them. So we went to Walmart yesterday because my birthday was Tuesday. My daughter's birthday was Friday. So we bought her some LOL dolls with that money. Thank you. Well, I put gas in my car to get out to Walmart. But when we got there, we spent the rest on the LOL dolls for my granddaughter. Thank you very much. And I will let her do a video thanking you ladies because it's a blessing, when total strangers come through and show you more love sometimes than the people you are actually around every day. I appreciate you guys. Anyway, getting back to Tommy Sotomeyer. So he's basically saying that there's people who are doxing people, trying to put fear in people to run them off of YouTube. He says he's not going to do it. Yes, just like every other parent out here whose child has been doxed, as well as myself. But my child is 26. It don't matter if it's a 9-year-old or a 26-year-old. That's still your child, right? Some of y'all have children y'all trying to protect and keep off camera, but you're doing everything you can to expose other people else's children. I'm going to do a video. Exposure will lead to discovery, okay? The more you expose somebody, whether you think is nakedness, which is shamefulness in the Bible, humiliation, a bad life, whatever it is, somebody going to pick that story up and run with it. Keep exposing these people out here like you're doing, because at the end of the day, you have to meet your maker, whoever that maker is, or you have to meet my maker, whether you know it or not, okay? The creator is going to judge us all, whether you like it or not. So, I say people who are out here doxing are hoping that somebody run up on you and take you out. That's the only thing. They're putting your information out here because they have no information on themselves to put out. The Tracy D story. Interesting as hell, Tracy D. Fabe, that $10 million story, girl. Why you ain't capitalized off of that more than you did? And I ain't saying take advantage of the homeless and the disabled stalkers like Chris allegedly. But I'm saying, you could have came on YouTube telling your own damn story. Shit, that's what I did over here. I feel my story is interested more than the people who tried to dox my daughter. Hell, y'all don't want to listen to me going to prison, getting caught with a shotgun and 12 and 8 balls of crack cocaine and $5,000 bagged up. I went to prison at 19. I'm 52. Never been rearrested. Never been in the courthouse except to go probably with other people. Never be around the police except for, hell, one of my part-time jobs. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have that. The Bible says goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life if you just begin to let the Spirit of God, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit in the land, lead you. But see, that flesh you dwell in, that is causing you to be drawn away by your lust. You lust to see people humiliated. These are the doxers. You lust to see people in fear. You lust to see people afraid and terrorized. You lust to see people take child's pictures and put it on naked grown bodies. You lust for this stuff, for people addresses and jobs and all this stuff to be called. The Bible say every man is drawn away by his own lust, and God cannot tempt man to sin. Oh baby, come on, but the enemy surely can. So that's how I know who's living for who in these last days. You ain't gotta say nothing to me, because out of the abundance of your heart your mouth speak. And the minute you open up your mouth, I know what's going on in your heart. Y'all better get with this teaching, people. Come on now. So I just happened to hear Tommy Sotomeyer say, let me see if I could change this title to get some of y'all up in here. No, that's not going to do it. Anyway, I'll change it when I get there. It's been about 12 minutes. So should people be afraid to do YouTube and shut down their YouTube channel because you have the workers of iniquity out here doxing people? Because you have the workers of iniquity out here trying to expose people. Because you have the workers of iniquity unhappy with their own lives. They find enjoyment in pulling up other people's lives and exposing that, other than what they got going on in their own life. Also, I want to say what I find with these doxers is that they spend more time researching you and your family than they do their own. They spend more time showing the world your children than they do their own. They spend more time trying to find people in your family they could be family and cousins and uncles and aunts and blood relatives with than their own, because they have no relationship there. That bloodline been cursed and gone a long time ago. So when I heard Tommy Sotomeyer say that these people, they said, oh, Tommy, he was saying, paraphrasing, why are you still on YouTube and they doing all this nasty stuff to your daughter? Well, Tommy said people are trying to terrorize him to stop doing what he enjoyed and what he worked so hard for. And I think that is true. And I'm going to add, people are just unhappy with their own lives, and they want to be king and queen, but instead of sharing their children and what they really got going on in their lives, which is, like I said, not too entertaining. After all, they basically put your information out there so they can, like a lot of people say they don't want you to grow on their name, but whose name is coming out of their mouth? Not their kid's name, not their husband's name, not their parents' name, not their siblings' name, not their pet's name, not their work ethic. Nothing is coming out but other people, because they're unhappy with who they are and what they got going on, or the lack thereof. Because let me tell you something. Criminality, going to jail, being deceptive, that's the part of life. If you live for the devil, you can expect that with people who's not godly. But when you have people out here saying they godly and they Christian and they this, that, and the third, then you can start to question it. And a lot of people on YouTube, they profess to be godly but have no power working in them whatsoever. They have the head knowledge, but the heart knowledge is lacking. They have the head knowledge, they can read and they can tell you what the Bible say, but the spirit isn't being led by the word of God when they say it. They're not worshiping God in spirit and in truth. That's how they could come out here and call themselves all kinds of gods, XYZs. You got the Jay-Z's, the Yeezys of the world, all wanting to be God, but are steady leading people further astray into outer darkness. Because they have no God in them. They're being led by God's enemy, which is the ways of the world, the wickedness, the evil, the Aleister Crowley, Luciferian, satanic way of life. So, if your child has ever been doxxed like mine's or like Tommy Sotomayer's, and you're considering leaving YouTube, or you're embarrassed or humiliated, please, 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 pick yourself up by the bootstraps, pray, ask God for guidance, turn your camera on and talk about it. About the feelings these people that you have based off of what's been done to you. You're going to get some clicks and some views. People need to hear about the doxing that's going on. Not fight with the doxers, please. Don't even waste your time. But there's so much commentary around doxing nowadays. You can go from now until next year just talking about doxing and the people that's doing doxing. And every time you hear a doxing story, you can go over there like I did with Tommy Sotomeyer, and you can lift him up and encourage him, like the Tracy D's and somewhat the 5A's, because people are digging deep into her past with death and all this stuff. And I don't really care for 5A's. She don't really care for me, but we don't have no beef, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I admire the fact that she took over the news and ran with it. And people are trying to put all the worst things they can out about her. Same thing with Miss Gina. You had people doxing up Miss Gina. They was taking credit for it last week. And then when it backfired, it's like, oh, now go Gina. You know, let's celebrate Gina. I think Miss Gina, people just want to see your boobies. You better be careful of that, girl. Everybody that say they're your friend only want to be your friend because of them mama tatas you got over there. I wouldn't trust it. That's why I said people be like, come on camera. Why? So you can sit there and masturbate off me? Hell no. Get your nasty ass off YouTube. Anyway, we know there's some perverts in this world, and they're going to do anything they can. If they can't destroy you and get you to get off YouTube, or if they can't destroy you into beefing and warring with them and humiliating yourself and embarrassing yourself out here on these YouTube streets like they're doing, they will go to the next thing in line. If they know you love your children, unlike some of them, and some doxers don't even have children. And if they do, they like mouthing fool. They live under the stairs. You barely hear these people moving and moving around in the house, and you like, wait a minute. And before I put your child out there in a negative way, I'm going to put my child out there in a positive way. See, you got some mama doxers out here that can't put their child in a positive way on YouTube because they're embarrassed of their children. And see, you're not embarrassed of your children. Whether my daughter is batshit crazy over there on Facebook and got a lit channel, y'all go support Rayona Grant. Tell her mama sent you over there. You know, on Facebook, if you get 2,000 followers, you could get monetized over there. She's a single mom until maybe February, May of next year. She's going to school for paralegal. She has her certification as a security guard officer. And Christmas isn't coming. She don't have any dogs to go out here and rehome, or she's not a breeder or seller of dogs, right? So she has to, you know, sometimes go to the pantry and get adopted by certain families in the community to get Christmas. I'm there to help her. She get money from school like every 2 to 3 months, right? So if you guys want to really support her, just go over there Don't go over there trolling her, because they already did that, okay? You could watch that video. They doxed my daughter, all right? Put her link in this chat or whatever. But my daughter deleted her account, and she since uploaded it, because we don't have shit to hide. We're actually exciting over here. We got personality. We got spunk. We got sauce. We the creme de la creme in our city. How about you? We don't run from the freaking hood. We is the hood. We don't run from our people. We are our people. We don't run from problems. We work through our problems. We don't hide from people trying to terrorize us. We look the enemy straight down the fucking tail and say, what up? What you about to do? And see, my daughter, she probably still will fight you, because she ain't where her mama is in the word of God. And I'll pray for you and speak that word to you. I'll give you a good old-fashioned ass whooping Baptist style with the word of God. And she probably put her paws on you. And I'm trying to work with her on that. But hell, when you 26 years old, your mama not responsible for you. When you 19, your mama shouldn't be responsible for you. Oh, but there's some children in the world that mothers will take advantage of them because of the money that they got coming in for their children. I never did that with my daughter. You is not retarded. You is not disabled. You ain't gonna be in nobody special ed. You're not gonna ride no bus. I prayed for my daughter. I fought the devil, because you know these disabilities most children run with is because of the sins of their parents. Oh, you don't want to watch Flowers in the Attic, do you? You don't want to watch Petals of the Wind, do you? You better go on back to Mommy Dearest, do you? Oh, not that kind of mother over here. But anyway, let's just keep it real. You got a lot of children sick in this world, disabled in this world, dealing with issues in this world because of the sins of their parents. And I told the devil, I looked him straight down the tail, you're not going to destroy my daughter. And from that day to this day, my daughter never got no damn SSI. Now she needed for herself all the surgeries. And I told her, that's because you don't honor your mother and your father. Like some of y'all children, 30, 40, 50 years old on YouTube, going through what you're going through, because you never honored your mother and your father. And you out here trying to destroy other people's mother and fathers. Yeah, I got up on one. Happy Good God Sunday morning to you as well. But this isn't my holy day. Yesterday was. That's why you didn't hear from me. I try to keep mine holy. But I ain't like the Christians. I keep it holy on Saturday, then cut up Sunday through Friday. I try to be respectful as well during those days. But if I did cut up on today, it's not because I'm being disobedient and rebellious to my Lord, because this is not the day the Lord rose, I believe. This is the Sunday, the sun god, the sun worship. This has nothing to do this day, I believe, with Yeshua, who rose from the grave. If it was one Sunday morning, right? Why does it happen in May? Why does it happen in March? Why does it happen in April? Hell, Easter might have been in February one year. I'm not sure. But why are you hopping around month to month to month every year following this Easter bunny done fell down in a damn rabbit hole somewhere and can't get the hell back up? Thinking that the Lord rose on all these different days, all these different Sunday mornings. I know he's spiritual, he omnipresent, he everywhere, he omniscient and omnipotent. But hell, if you die October 19th or October 20th, which is it today? Let me see. October 20th, 2019, that is going to be the day they remember every year. It was a day in September. The day I'll always remember. Yes, I will. Papa was a Rolling Stone, right? Anyway, so why would a man rise from the grave, the most spiritual act in the world, like Christ did with Lazarus? Lazarus come forth, raise somebody from the dead. Why is that day misconstrued? March, April, May. Why is it coupled with the Easter Bunny? See, you Christians, I got something for you. Because most of you Christians on here doxing people and trying to destroy people's lives are living by this white Jesus and the entity thereof. And as Pastor J. Wilson said, do Jesus will let you do any damn thing you want to do in the world, but not in the kingdom of heaven. And he shouldn't be letting you do that stuff in the church, okay? So when you think about doxing somebody else again, remember your life is not interesting at all. The only way you getting clicks and views is off the stories of everybody else's life. And people, don't be ashamed, because we all have a past. But see, some of us move from our past and progress from glory to glory to glory. You got these demons out here doxing people. They haven't transpired past one glory yet. They still stuck in old wineskins trying to put new wine, and it just keep bursting and bursting. They can't get full off the word of God and getting consumed with that wine, that new wine, that fresh oil, because it ain't in them. It's not in them. See, the Bible say the righteous will fall 7 times and rise again. But then the back part of the verse says the wicked will fall into mischief. Look out into YouTube and see who's the most mischievous people out here. And those of you being doxxed, don't act like you squeaky clean, because you're attracting this stuff. And I said, wait a minute, but my daughter was doxxed. What the hell did I do to attract my daughter being doxxed? And I could remember a content creator said about another content creator who they had fallen out last year and been friends now for about 8 months. And yesterday I heard her say he only give her really good receipts. That's the only reason she's really your friend. But anyway, I heard her say about this same content creator, if he shut up, he was at 700 and his channel went and grow. I guess she was trying to speak to somebody at 700 and been stuck here since like damn January, okay? Go figure, people. Listen to what I'm saying. She said when he shut up and fell in line, his channel began to grow. What fucking army ranks do we have on YouTube where people got to fucking fall in line and shut up for their channel to grow? Are you hearing me, YouTube? Pay attention. Pay attention, people. So when you out there doxing people, you remember your life can't be nothing. And then you got the doxers who will do all the things they do offline in private. That's how you know they full of shit. They want to put all of your business offline, online, on the camera, right? But they could have a child birthday. They too ignorant to celebrate the baby birthday with us on camera. Talking about, I'll tell you next week, I'll tell you next year what I did today. Girl, please. Boy, please. People, please. I like to say like Couture, no ma'am, no sir, whatever the fuck you prefer to be called out here. I don't give a damn. You too embarrassed to celebrate your own baby's birthday on camera. And I tried to do my granddaughter, and every time I try to do like shopping for the LOLs or do like a vlog or something, it always tell me not enough storage space. I'm like, damn, I bought this camera almost $300, this phone, I meant to say, with 32 gigabytes. Like, that's a normal computer, right? But it always tell me I run out of storage. So I be trying to give you my personal life and what I do on a day-to-day basis. These doxers is trying to hide their personal life, but expose yours. Now that's some mental illness going on with me. Because let me tell you something, people. I'm greater than you when it comes to my life. I can tell my story better than you can. I'm proud of what I went through in my life, and I have no regrets because my testimony is I'm not ashamed. But you got people out here that been molested, but they ain't doing no serious teachings on molestation, that been in the church, raised by the church, but they ain't do no teaching on how they demon possessed right now. They claim they got good relationships with their mama, but I bet most times they holding something over their mother head, which is normally guilt, and got mama over there kissing their ass. So when Tommy said that these people are trying to terrorize them, let me tell you something. The Bible spends a lot of time saying, be not afraid, be of good courage, because there's people in this world that tried to terrorize the people of the Bible, our ancestors, right into slavery, right into submission, right into control unto this day. And see, the people, they'll tell you they lazy, they're procrastinators, they never handle business unless they're trying to prove a point, right? These people have no life. They have no soul-bearing goodness in them whatsoever. That's why they find what you got going on. They think people gonna walk away from you, turn away from you. I'm encouraging you people. And I say you people because I sit over here and study the Bible, and some of y'all don't. That makes us different. You would probably say you people to me if I ain't out here sucking on coochie and getting plucked in the bud and doxing y'all children. And yeah, I'm a you people to you because I'm not doing what y'all doing. Okay? So when I heard Tommy said this, people, listen, do not be discouraged. I'm going to end it here because I don't want this live to be too long. It's 31 minutes and 17 seconds in. You guys stay encouraged, okay? If I don't do nothing else on this channel, I encourage people, regardless of where you come from. I would even encourage the Doxxers, because it's not too late for them to change, but they got to crucify the flesh in order for the Spirit of God to live in them. And some people like that stinky, nasty ass flesh. Because do Jesus and these gods of the world will let you throw your kids in the fire and burn them for success. Will let you extort your children or other people's children for success, fame, clicks, and views. Will let you abuse the elderly. You know how it goes on these YouTube streets, people. They're not happy with themselves. Something is missing and something is broken. Because as I was saying earlier, if I had to get on here and talk about anybody, you better damn well believe it'd be me and mine. Because we all that in a bag of chips. But you got some people, they're not all that in a bag of chips. They say they moved from the hood to go to Hollywood in any state, to go to the hills in any state they live in or whatever. But yet when they come on camera, they're the most hoodish, project rat, ghetto ass chick when they open up their mouth I ever saw. I'm like, why are you running from the hood? What you don't like about the hood? Who hurt you in the hood? Was it the hood where you got molested? What, were you living in the hood then? Because some churches and pastors and people, they start out in storefronts and then they get them a building and go to a church. What got you so bitter out here in these streets about your own personal life? You can't talk about that. People want to hear, Betty. Tonight is the night. People want to hear about it, Betty. That's what her producer said. See, Wiley got producers over there, and Betty Wright had a producer. When she wrote that song, he said, people want to hear about it, Betty. Ain't nobody telling you people want to hear about your story. I'm talking to the Doxxers out there. What is your story? It can't be nobody else's story. It has to be your story. Why are you embarrassed of your own story? Just like a lot of doctors will come on here and say, be yourself. How can people be themselves when you out here trying to control everybody's narrative and everybody's damn channel? People are trying to be themselves. Hell, if you got somebody that could get $10 million out of prison, shit. I remember, and I told y'all, I've been to prison, but while I was sitting there, I talked a Jamaican man, older man, into bringing me $1,000. I'm $1,000 hell, she's a millionaire. Shit, we got a story to tell. Can you get somebody to bring you $1,000 in the time of your need? Or you got to get on YouTube and beg and show your coochie and sell your ass and take advantage of the mentally ill people and the ugly people and the people less fortunate than you to have a following and to make yourself feel good in these streets? Girl, please. Boy, please. No, sir. No, no, ma'am. No, sir. Whatever the hell you prefer. I'm just saying. No, it ain't. That ain't truth. That's not truth. So I heard Tommy, and that's what I said. My spiritual ears say, because this is spiritual, people. Until you don't think this stuff until you begin to believe stuff like this is spiritual, biblical, godly, demonic. This is all spiritual, whether it's godly or demonic. And the one thing I know that Bible did is the people that was the enemy of God's people wanted them to fear, terrorize, be afraid. Just like these doxers, the enemy of God. Because most of the people being doxed have somewhat of a relationship with God. Not the doxers, regardless of what they call themselves. So do you agree with Tommy Sotomeyer? Are people trying to terrorize him, myself, and other people who have been doxed on these YouTube streets? Whether they've been doxed and doing the doxing now, being doxed, I mean, come on, who is this total stranger looking up anything on you? That shit is creepy, right? So you know, doxers, their main characteristics is to creep you out. Because otherwise, you wouldn't welcome these doxers or the people like them into your world, right? And that's the only reason they troll you and they dox you. Because you won't want nothing to do with them. You don't want to deal with them. You don't want to be down with them. You're not afraid of them. That's the only reason they do it. Because most doxers will tell you, oh, I don't want to be bothered with you. And when you say the hell with you, I ain't going to be bothered with you either, then that pisses them off. And then they have a reason. Because like I was saying, what did I do to anybody on YouTube to be doxed? I ignore you. I don't kiss your ass. I don't praise you. I don't idolize you. I shouted out Fabi and said, she's good at what she's do. She's on the top of her throne and she's dethroning people on these YouTube streets. Just by the numbers, if it's a number game, then give Fabi her props, right? So I supported the enemy of now my enemy. I didn't think the chick was my enemy, but I probably shouted out an enemy of the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And that pisses people off. We're grown. You got good content, she got good content. If I say she got good content, you're going to dox me. If I say you got good content, they going to unsubscribe from me. What fucking kind of game are y'all playing on these YouTube streets? With people livelihoods, because remember, people got on here to do better. It's called self-sufficiency. And y'all on here nitpicking and playing with who you're going to subscribe to, who you're not. If this one don't like you, I don't like you. Grow up, people. So you can't play in everybody's sandbox, especially the sandbox of a doxer. They piss in it, they shit in it, dogs roll around in it, cats roll around in it, people lay down and have sex in it. You can't play on these playgrounds of these people. People spit in it, urinate in it, do whatever. Sit down and eat in it, break bread together. Bullshit. Without washing their damn hands. Hell no. Okay, so I'm done. What do you think about Tommy Sotomeyer? Is it true that the tactic of a doxer is to terrorize people to get off YouTube so that they don't have no competition? So that they don't have nobody that's prettier than them or handsomer? Because doxers are male or females. And I've been telling you people out here, the receipts that most of you get, if you're into doxing, if you stop handing them off to other people, you'll have more of a following than these said so-called leading doxers out here. And I'm not promoting doxing, but you're being played like a fool. Your relationship and friendship is only based off of the receipts you give up. Now that's a hell of a position to be in, because once you stop giving up them receipts, your ass is grass. And I'd rather my ass be grass than hand somebody else over receipts, when I guess YouTube is who can get the best numbers. If I had any receipts, I wouldn't be passing them all. so somebody else could come out here and look like they're doing damage. No, I don't promote doxing, but hell, if you're going to do it, why don't you do it instead of letting somebody else do it? I be listening to these people on these YouTube streets. You're more afraid of the other doxers than other people out here. Because you get the receipts, but yet you hand them off. That's so your channel can grow. That's so you can stay in line. That's so you can fall in place. No, that's wrong. Even when it comes to doxing, you're playing yourself, and you know who I'm talking about. All you are to certain people are hardcore receipts, hard-hitting receipts. They don't care about you. They didn't care about your AIDS then. They don't care about your receipts now. But Tommy says y'all do this to terrorize people. What's terrorizing you about your own life that you can't share? Your illnesses or your everyday trip to the doctors and things of that nature. Like, that's more important to people, to help them prevent it, and for those that's walking with it, any kind of illness, any kind of sickness, even mental health, even back problems. Journal this. The trips to the doctors, getting injections and things like that. Journal it. You'll help somebody more so than doxing them. Now, Tommy Sotomeyer also said that this all kind of led up because I only got, like, I heard maybe 30 seconds of it. Tommy, why are you still on YouTube and these people doing dirty things to your daughter? Why don't you get off YouTube to protect your daughter? How is that going to protect his daughter? I'm on YouTube, my daughter on Facebook. How me getting off YouTube going to protect her over there on Facebook? No, when I got on here and did a 10-hour live about my daughter and the people who doxed her, I got that shit out my system. Why? Because it needed to be said, and I'm not holding on to nothing. There's no fear here. Talk yourself through that shit. Address the problem and move on. Trust me, you won't hold no grudges. You won't hold no hate. You won't harbor no ill feelings in your body toward anybody. Because what my daughter do on her page on Facebook, how is that affecting me? And how me getting off Facebook is not YouTube is going to protect my daughter over there. When she chose, she said, Mom, you know I deleted my account. She said, but I opened it back up. I said, you know what? I'm proud of you doing it because we don't have no shame over here. Ain't nothing to hide. It's shit. Your life is more interested in the people who dox you. So go over to Rayona Grant on Facebook and go over there and support my daughter. If she get the 2,000 subscribers, followers over there, she could get monetized, y'all, okay? She don't like YouTube because she's watched YouTube for almost the last 2 years. December 12th, no, actually September 2017, we've been watching YouTube together. I did my first video December 12th, 2017. She's been around. She's seen the fuck shit. But you would ask yourself, as someone being doxxed, what did you do? 9 times out of 10, you ain't do nothing but show up and have more personality, more content, more heart, more interesting lives than these doxers, and they're pissed off, mad about it. So they try to expose your past lifestyle or your past way of living, or that's it, because they don't have no life. And I'm going to end it with that, you guys. Most doxers don't have a life. And I'm going to come back and do a video pertaining to Tracy D, Fabe, myself, my daughter. Some very interesting things going on within these stories, more than the criminality that's trying to be pointed out and stuff like this. These are books. I'm an author. I write Christian books, but I know I also can write novels and hood stories if I wanted to. But as a Christian, I never wanted to promote the hood stories because it's only drugs, sex, scheming, robbing, stealing. Hell, that's our lives. That's where we came from. And other people are like that. They got used, you know, they thought men was going to give them money because we seen it on YouTube. Some people thought other content creators going to give them money and they didn't. And this whole big thing blew up with Lady Nika and Sweet Home Alamanda over $100. Like, come on. People have been hurt, shamed, and embarrassed, and they want you to be the same way. Those are the people who haven't dealt with their own internal pain, their own internal hurt. So they keep projecting it on other people. There's no reason to hurt people. There's no reason to be ashamed. There's no reason to run off of YouTube. There's no reason to tuck your tail between your legs and say, I'm ready to die. It's not the end of the world. I done had so much worse happen to me that I think I have over 1,000 videos I've shared. If not all my personal testimony, the majority of it. And I said, if you want more from me, you got to show up 1K strong in my chat like you do 5As to hear the bullshit, but you get real truth over here. We got, you know what I'm saying? It's different. You guys want to show up to hear content regurgitated off of other people's videos and what they said, but you have content creators out here saying what they did with no middleman, with nobody else's permission. Just get on here, turn on our cameras and say, you know what? This happened, that happened, this happened. Let's talk about this, da-da-da-da. And even if I get on here and talk about any other content creator, did I not share my story as well? We're talking about doxing. And I had to ask myself, how did I end up getting doxed? Because I never fell in line. I never chose a side. I speak what I want to speak, how I want to speak it, who I want to speak it to. And to those of you that don't want to be bothered with me on these YouTube streets, what have I done? Ignored the fuck out of you. And that pisses y'all off sometimes. And that will cause you to be doxed. Who she thinks she is. When you don't respond to the poking and to the negative commentary you hear. When you don't feed into the videos made about you and stuff like that. When you get on here and stick to your script and your narrative and keep it pushing, people don't like that. When you get on here and give other content creators shout outs, people don't like that. Oh well. Scratch your ass and get glad, because at the end of the day, I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to instruct you. I'm here to warn you. I'm here to edify you, exhort, not drag you down and bring you down or leave you where I found you. So if I'm not doing anything to lift you up, sorry, get off my channel, because it's heavyweight. Like I be telling my daughter, I can't wait till your man come home and you and these kids don't need me as much. Because that's a lot of weight to carry around. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a single woman. You done raised your kids. You done raised your grandkids. And you still 52, look like you 32, and got a lot of life left in you. Women, people, men, gay men, straight men, it don't matter. People hate the fact that you did all this in your life and you still alive and don't have responsibility like they still do. You live and learn, people. You live and grow. That's all I can tell you. But doxers are not happy with themselves. They're out here trying to terrorize people. Like Tommy said, stick to what you know. Turn your camera on. Talk about it. Expose them. Don't look shit up. Just expose their character like I did. They're unhappy. They have nothing going on in their life. You don't have to go off of YouTube to expose somebody. You can just look at how somebody is moving and rebuttal it. So with that being said, you're watching ReligionWinked TV. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I will change the title to Doxxers have no life other than yours. That's what this is going to be called. Doxxers have no life other than yours. Okay? And with that being said, you all, I hope you have a great good morning Sunday. You Christians, go to church and take the Lord with you. Don't be going there looking for anything from pastor. You take the Christ to pastor this morning, okay? Have a blessed day. I may come on after I come home from work. I will get caught up on that morning read. We have to do the book of Matthew and some of the book of Mark. And I'll get us caught up, but mostly you read the Bible yourself. So when we do get together, you can comment, you can share your testimony, you can, let me know if God is speaking to you anyway through the parts of the Bible that you're reading. And don't be afraid of the Bible, because it's the one thing, the only thing, the closest thing we have to God in this earth that seems to be His word, allegedly. Let's make the best of it, people. My spiritual ears stay. Shalom.